I note, Minister, that we've had 4 commencements this morning, 2 Green ministers, and neither of them have appeared. You get the difficult task of standing in. Minister, if ever there was a commencement that should be sung, this is it, but I won't inflict that on the Shannon this morning. I work with a man called Frank Foley, who is a pivotal member of the Commencement and Inchicore Musical Society, and I have the honour of supporting them next week as they run Rock of Ages in the Inchicore College of Further Education. As the annual outing of the Musical Society, it involves an incredible number of people from the community. There are more than 70 members in the Musical Society, and the local community then get to go to something that's been performed locally by people they recognise and people that are in their family and their friends. As it happens, Frank Foley is also the National Secretary of the Association of Irish Musical Societies, and there are 130 of them across the island of Ireland, each having more than 70 members and each engaging their community in the same way. In a musical society, there's a role for everyone. The extroverts who can take to the centre of the stage, the behind the scenes, everybody can get involved. And yet, since COVID, the musical societies across Ireland are not receiving funding from the Department of the Arts and through the Arts Council. This year they are branching into secondary schools to try and engage them in a mentoring programme, especially now since speech and drama goes to junior cert. So it's really, really important. So they're doing extracurricular music section under the Department of Education and the Arts Council, but they have received no funding. There's no value placed on the important I suppose the art and culture and community impact that these organisations have. And I think it's incredibly remiss of the Minister not to defend and not to ensure that the Arts Council are funding these organisations. Art and culture is found in a multiplicity of ways, where we've got to engage people where they're at and what they're really interested in, and a musical society is exactly the same one, is exactly the way to do it. My home constituency is Dublin South Central. There has been a serious close down of arts facilities all across that constituency. We have the Rupert Guinness Theatre that is closed, that was available to the musical societies in the constituency. Diageo have made that available back to the community as long as Dublin City Council will run it and as long as the Minister will fund it. There is no sign of that funding coming through. So yet again, musical societies are let down. We had the Tivoli Theatre in Francis Street that was knocked down to make way for student accommodation and tourist accommodation, while the community are suffering a deficit as a consequence. So there seems to be absolutely no intent to support the arts at that community level in my own home constituency, but indeed across the country. How many rural communities benefit from local musical societies? So I'm hoping that there's an answer and that there's good news, or that there's something that hopefully we have missed somewhere in the budget, because I've trawled through it and I can't see anything that would be dedicated to this very crucial community-based activity that is rich in culture, but rich in community engagement, rich in bringing people together in what is identified as their area, something that they have ownership in and they have participation and involvement in. Mr.
Thanks very much, Cathaoirleach, and I want to thank Senator Mary Siri Kearney for raising this very important matter, which I'm taking on behalf of the Minister Catherine Martin. So, under Programme for Government, our shared future includes the interest to develop innovative support schemes for amateur drama and musicals, and in 2021, with support of this department, we ask and provided funding to resource organisations that support the amateur